to my channel. Today I am walking you through my full Vego Garden bed experience, from unboxing and assembly to filling the bed, and a quick look at the results 2 months in. Let's dig in. I chose the 8x4 feet configuration, which uses all the panels from the 10-in-1 kit. It even comes with all the tools needed for assembly, which is super convenient. The most time consuming part was peeling off the plastic film from each panel, both sides. It's not hard, it's just tedious. Once the plastic was off, assembly was straightforward. The panels bolt together easily, and I was able to get the entire bed put together in under an hour. I really like how quickly it came together. I really like the fact that the kit included everything, and overall, I was very satisfied with putting the bed together. Before filling the bed, I place hardware cloth at the bottom to keep out any critters that may be digging in the soil or get digging up under the bed. I fill the bed using the Hügelkultur method, which is a great way to save on soil and create a long-lasting nutrient source. There are a lot of videos out about that if you want more information about it. And I started with a base layer of cardboard and branches since I had a lot of cardboard boxes left in my garage. I followed up by putting leaves, pine straw, and things of that nature from my garden into the bed, and then I topped it all off with garden soil. Now this setup is going to hold moisture really well, and then of course it helped cut costs associated with purchasing garden soil for a bed of this size. In between me doing those layers, I sprayed that mixture so that the soil would settle a little bit, or so that the layers would settle a little bit before adding soil. And actually, I added about 4 or 5 bags of soil and then sprayed it and waited 2 days for it to settle, and then added in more soil as needed. I use the square foot gardening method to plan out my planting. This helped me organize my crops and make sure that I'm maximizing my space. I planted a mixture of herbs, leafy greens, and vining crops in this bed. And I basically feel like I've given each plant enough room to thrive using this method. Now we're 2 months in. I pretty much have everything planted out. I've got tomatoes coming in strong, and my herbs, especially my lavender and my rosemary, which are already in the bed, are doing really great. The metal trellises here were purchased in 2022, and I've used them in the garden for quite some time now, so I know that they'll provide good support for the cucumber plants. And they'll also double as support for my potted herbs, such as my mint, my cilantro, my parsley, and my oregano. For the tomatoes and the melons, I prefer the square cages over the traditional tomato cages because they're easier to manage to me and they're more versatile. For example, if I would like to, I can disconnect that square cage and make it straight and use it to trellis peas or something like that. So I feel like you get more bang for your buck with the square cages versus the traditional tomato cage. The trellis system is really what helps me maximize my space in combination with the square foot gardening method, because it ensures that each plant has adequate airflow. Plus, as the vines grow, they will naturally provide shade for my root crops that are in the bed, like my carrots, my beets, and my spinach, which prefer cooler soil, right? And I'm hoping that this will allow me to continue to grow these crops throughout the summer. This is my first time doing this, so I'm not really sure if it's going to work, but we'll see. Overall, I really like the Vigo garden bed. I've only had it for 2 months now, but it's everything that's growing in there is doing really well. And I guess I won't know, similar to these trellises that I bought in 2022, I really won't know if they're great or as great as everyone says they are until 2 or 3 years from now. But in regards to setup and space and just having um, something that was simple to put together, I really think that if you are looking for a bed and you want simple instructions and you want everything to be there and not have to figure anything out, then this is definitely a bed to consider or something similar to it. All right, so if you are thinking about trying a raised bed or giving the Hügelkultur method a try, I hope that this video is a helpful head start for you. My birds are really loud right now, so I'm hoping you can hear me. That is it for my garden and build update. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.